about the game, and then we'll throw it open for questions.
Well, we didn't get off to a good start. It was obvious they ran over to keep our backs. 4 touchdowns, got us in the hole, and they would turn the ball over. They got another score, so they jumped on us quickly. They got up 14-0. And the story of the game was turnovers. We moved the ball. We had 200-some yards, 250 yards at halftime, but turnovers. You play a good team like that, found out to stay in the national championship game. You definitely can't afford to turn the ball over. And anytime you turn the ball over 4 or 5 times in a football game, chances are you run into slim. And when you're playing a great team like Valdosta, you're going to come out and lose a game. We take our hats off to those guys. They got a good football team, a good coaching staff, and they was ready to play. For whatever reason, we wasn't ready to play today, and we lost the football game.
Any questions? Go ahead.
Coach, did you get the impression that Valdosta State was that good, or was it just the atmosphere when you just said a moment ago, for whatever reason we weren't ready to play? Do you feel like this is a team that if you played them 10 times, you might split the series, or was Valdosta State that much better?
Yeah, I don't want to take anything away from them. They coaching staff, their team, what they did today. They beat us 35-7. But it is what it is. They got a good football team. We turn the ball over, Ken. We move the ball. If we don't turn the ball over, we didn't execute at times, we drop balls. We just didn't make plays today. They got a good football team, and so do we. They had a better football team today.
Cam, how disappointed is this last game? And you guys, you've been talking about national championship for 2 years.
It's very disappointing. We can't hang our heads right now. Came out and gave it all we got.
What do you think was the biggest problem offensively? Just like Coach said, it's mistakes.
Yeah, a lot of mistakes and turnovers. Started to win a game with a whole bunch of turnovers.
Did their defense do anything to surprise you?
No, they didn't. Just made silly mistakes.
Cam, how will you look back on the 2012 season?
As a season, I believe we came together real good as a unit. Played our hearts out. Never gave up. Great football team. Just comes out to a few plays in football, big football games. Just mess you up.
Tim, as when you're a senior and you came this far and you had a pretty good game, what did you see with the turnovers? What was going on there?
I don't know. We were dropping balls, we was making bad reads. I don't know. We couldn't put it in when we was in the red zone. That's what really came to me. We got in the red zone and we couldn't put in the ball.
Carlos, you're the reigning CIAA Defensive Player of the Year. You guys returned, if I'm not mistaken, 6 players on defense for next year, 5 players on offense. I'm sure they'll look to you once again to be the defensive leader. It might be a little early to start looking ahead to 2013, but could you give us your thoughts on what's left in the cupboard for Winston-Salem State?
For one, I just want to say hats off to my seniors, man. I love them to death. We had 5 other guys that came in with me when we was D1, and hats off to them, man. I love them. It's been a long road, but now we just got to look for the 2013, 2012, 2013 team. We just got to go hit the weights. It's more mentally now, and weight. Just got to hit it now. That's all.
Coach, how deflating was the end of the first half when you got down to 4 and couldn't get it in, and then the fumble into the end zone in the second half when you were about to get within 21-14?
That was a huge play in the football game. We had just scored a touchdown, had the momentum, had the win. Our crowd was into the game. We had them on the heels, and we talked about, and me and Kim talked about, that was a huge play in the football game. We could have punched that in. We still had about 5 minutes left in the third quarter. We still had to win. We had the momentum. No telling what could happen, but we didn't get it done. Cam decided to run, and they made a good football play. They stripped them of the ball, and they recovered. So it was a huge play in the football game, and it was very deflating because we had the momentum, we were driving, and it looked like it was about to cut it to a 7-point game, and now we fumbled. They got the ball. Now the crowd is down, their crowd is up. Our defense guys go out there flat, and And they must have a pretty good drive. They drove the ball down the field a long ways there. So it was very evident how big of a momentum switch that was in the football game.
I know, was there any thought on the distractions of losing a couple players here week in the game? Do you think that had any effect on the outcome?
With us dropping balls and turning the ball over, not one. Them players didn't play.
Right.
They didn't fumble no balls. They didn't throw no interceptions. They didn't miss no tackles. They had nothing to do with it. We just didn't execute it.
Cam, what did you think on that play? You fumbled, I know you were going to the right, and you were going around the right side. And did you just strip it from you, or how did that?
I don't know. I think that the head stopped me more. I just let out the ball a little bit. He made a good football pass.
Is that the design play to you on that? Or?
Coach, what did you tell the team after Valdosta State returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown?
Don't keep your head up as early. We got 59 minutes to play. West Texas did the same thing last week. Except they ran back to the 20 and then they threw a touchdown in the first place. So we were in the exact same situation we was a week ago. And what I thought about was last year's NCAA championship game when Wayne State ran over the kickoff back and they lost. So I was like, okay, history does repeat itself. They ran over the kickoff back, then we're gonna come back and win the game. You know, I'm never gonna think negative. I never thought we was gonna lose a football game. I was always staying positive and try to keep my team positive, keep fighting to the last buzzer.
And despite the loss, just describe how special this season was for your team.
It was very special. That's what I told the guys. Keep your heads up. You got no reason to have your head down. There's people in Connecticut and New York with 26 dead people. Those parents got reason to have their heads down. They lost their children. All we did is we lost a football game. So you got no reason to hold your head down. You won the CIAA championship back-to-back years. You won the region back-to-back. You played for a national championship, the second team of the HBCU. You got not one reason to hold your head down. You came out here and fought for 60 minutes. We didn't come out on top. It's okay. We'll keep fighting. We'll learn from it. We'll watch the film. We'll get better. They was a better team today.
Got time for two more questions.
Did anything surprise you with the defense? Did they do anything?
No, John, what was the stats? I don't have them. How many yards we have?
412.
Okay, 412, that's not bad. Against that defense, the national championship game. You know, we just didn't execute. We fumbled the ball, we threw it on the ball. You know, when we had opportunities, we didn't take advantage of them. We've been doing that all year long, we didn't do it today. For whatever reason it was, I don't know. Maybe it's because they had a good defense. You know, I'm not taking anything away from their defense. They had a good defense.
And could you talk about the 21 seniors, what they meant in the program?
Everything, you know, everything. Like Carlos said, it's about 5 or 6 of them that was left from when we got here. The other ones were some JUCOs or some transfers that did in their last season. And, you know, we made a run with those guys and we came up a little short, but they meant everything to the program. They were leadership, keeping those guys right on and off the football field. And they did a heck of a job, a tremendous job of getting us here, and we just didn't finish.
Coach, fellas, we appreciate it. We'll continue with one-on-ones to do right outside here, and the dressing room should be open.